Hello to everyone who's watching this video. Don't mind my hair because I just woke up, but this is probably the biggest mistake that everybody makes when they wake up. Even if you're a teenager, even if you're 20s, 30s, this is like one of the most big mistakes that my mom even does. My mom even does this too. And that's when you wake up. I know what you do. I know you stay in bed. If it's on the weekend, you stay in bed for a couple hours, you don't want to do it. You don't want to get up because you don't want to get up, Or it's a big day, you wait a couple minutes before getting up. But the truth is, this is how you ruin your day. This is how you become lazy. That's how you become a victim of when you wake up every morning, you're wasting that precious time in your day to get ready, and you always say, I wish I had more time in the morning to get ready, but you do, you're just not, you're wasting that time, and when you waste that time, you're burning up that time where you could have lived, but you're in bed on your phone, doom scrolling, because I know my family still does this, my brother wakes up at like 9, but he wakes up at like 12 because he's just on his phone for 3 hours. That's so bad for him. That's basically saying like what's the point of even waking up? What's even the point of waking up at that time if you're just gonna get up and start your day at 12? You know what I'm saying? I just want you to think about when you're bleeding out at your favorite spot in nature. Think about your favorite spot in nature, and then just think about all the trees around nature around you, but you're bleeding out, and your time is up in 5 minutes, 4 minutes, in that point in time. That's all you think about. How much of those hours, how much of those days you could get back that add up to living, how much days or hours you've wasted into, sitting in your bed all day, doom scrolling instead of doing things that are meaningful to you. But no, that's why you're in, but you're bleeding out, you're wishing for more time, you're wishing for more days where you could have lived and explore the world, but you had the time. God gave you that time, but you're wasting it here. You're wasting it in your bed, wasting it waiting 2 hours to get up, wash your face, get ready, when you could have done that 2 hours ago, and you could have, spent that 2 hours, doing something more productive. But now you gotta spend it doing things by getting up and making yourself more drowsy in the morning, okay? Because I used to be me, when about a year ago, I always woke up so late. I wake up at like 10 a.m. and I stay in bed for 2 more hours, and I didn't get up. And I skip breakfast, and I wake up, I always say, why am I so drowsy every morning? Why can't I get up? But you can get up. You just gotta apply it. You just gotta realize that you can get up. You can't. No one's dragging you down the bed. No one's doing that. You can get up. Okay? What I usually do helps me up is when it's night, and it's dark. That's what keeps you awake. I turn my flashlight and I play Spotify, I play some music. That helps me get up in the morning, and that helps. Like the simple things like that helps. And that helps to get up in the morning, do my morning routine, and you could do the same. Maybe you can find a different approach, but you need to get up in the morning. Stop wasting the time that God has given you, and you should be lucky that you wake up, because people out there, they wake up and they don't see another day. They don't see another day. They see heaven. They see, and they wish they had more time to spend with their grandchildren. They wish they had more time to spend with their family, but they don't have that much time. They don't have that time anymore. You have to realize that the time is ticking, and you shouldn't waste it in your bed in the morning, And maybe asking, I have nothing better to do. I have nothing else to do. And I'm gonna cue this really fast, okay? Go to your notes app and think of 3 things, 3 things that make you make you happy, that make your life meaningful, or 3 dreams that you had, For me, But for me, it was starting a business. For me, it was making YouTube videos. For me, it was becoming a therapist. And, you know, when I realized that I had dreams to chase. I had dreams I had goals to chase after, you know. So I wake up every morning, you know. I post a video like this, you know, or I work my business for an hour, you know, or I look on how to be a better therapist, to talk to my friends, talk to my family, you know, talk to girls, you know, because, you know, because for me, my girlfriend broke up, you know, I almost took my life, and I was so confused, you know. I sat in bed all day. I wasted my life scrolling, stalking on my phone all day, and that ruined me, you know. That ruined 3 days of my life that I could never get back. And I wish I wish I'd gotten it back, you know. I wish I was able to live those days again and actually enjoy life and do things that make my life meaningful. Because I know I'm gonna regret it I know that I'm gonna regret it when I go up to get to heaven, you know. I'm gonna say, I wish I had more time to do things, you know. But I didn't. Okay. And once you have those meaningful things written down, it helps you get a different perspective on your life. It helps you realize that, you know, it doesn't matter what people tell you to do. It doesn't matter people tell you to go to college, get a good job, you know, high paying job. It doesn't matter about that. It doesn't matter about the money. It doesn't matter how strong you are. It matters if you're happy, you know, because you can do anything as long as it makes you happy. And that's what makes your life meaningful. Okay? And you shouldn't let anybody else tell you what to do. I mean, obviously, there's some good advice out there. There's good advice. I'm not telling you to ignore everybody, but I'm telling you that if people try to influence you and say, you need to do this, stop doing that. But if that's what makes you happy, do it, because when you grow up, when you get up, when you pass away, you know, you're not gonna be thinking about that. But think about what didn't make you happy, and you're thinking about how you ruined your life, you know, wasting your life when you could have been doing the thing that made you happy, you know. But you have to stop wasting your mornings. You have to stop, wasting your life in bed. Okay? I know it's comfortable. I know you just want to sit in bed all day. Because for me, I always wanted to just cry in bed. I always wanted to just, I was so depressed, but I've realized that, man, you gotta live your life. You gotta stop wasting it in the morning. You gotta stop waking up in the morning. You gotta stop crying. You gotta stop, even if it doesn't hurt, you feel like you can't get up, you gotta get up. You gotta, turn your flashlight, get up. You gotta put on some clothes on your bed, get up, You gotta force yourself up. You gotta build that routine, You can't keep sitting in bed waiting for the time to come where you say, okay, I'm ready to get up. That time, you've been always ready to get up. You just always feel so comfortable in that spot. Sometimes you gotta get out of that comfort zone and get up, Because I don't want you to waste your life. I don't want you to waste a life that God's given you, that God has given you a special life. And you'll be sitting in your bed, you have 2 legs, you have 2 arms, you have a body, you have a functioning body. It's just always there's some imperfections, but you have that body to get up. You have the strength to get up every morning. Stop wasting it. Stop wasting 2 hours in your bed and start living your life out there. Because those 2 hours can be important, Those 2 hours, you can be working on your business. You can be working on things that you want to do, going to the gym, And I promise you, when you wake up in the morning and, you do these things, you go to the gym, when you wake up in the morning, you get out of bed right away and you go to the gym and you do things up to the time where you would have gotten up. Half your schedule that you need to do is already gone, and you can save that time, or most of that schedule is already gone, and you can get more time in the day to do things that you like, do things that are meaningful to you, Please stop wasting your mornings like this, because I know you do. I know you waste most of your time in your bed, rotting away. But God has given you so much power and strength to do things. Your mom has spent 9 months, fighting just to get you out of her stomach, and you can't even fight yourself to get out of the bed. God realized these type of stuff, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Trust me, I still don't get in my bed, but it's better it's better to go slow at time, you know, because I've been getting on my bed like 3 hours after. Now I've been going 2 hours after, 1 hour after, you know. It took me like a month to do that. It took me like 2 months, you know. But it might take more time for you. But you gotta take the time, you know. Now I get out of bed in 5 minutes, you know. I'm still working on getting out of bed right away so I can start my day and start wasting, you know, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, because those minutes can be spent doing better things for yourself, you know. You just gotta realize that. Because you can't buy this time back. You gotta spend it the way you want to be spent. You can't spend it in bed. You're gonna realize, you're asking yourself, why am I so drowsy every morning? And that is why. That is why. You're so lazy. Okay? Try it, man. I promise you, you'll feel like life's so meaningful. You gotta stop wasting time, you know? Okay? Good luck. I hope you follow this. I hope you do good. Yeah, okay. Good luck. Don't give up. Okay, don't give up on me. You have so much life out there. Don't give up. Okay. Good luck. Thank you. Peace out.